Okay, I won't film any more snow. We all know what it looks like. We all know it's getting in the way of people's plans. I've seen some pond builders out there at the moment, really feeling for you guys getting on the pond building side at the moment. So I've come into the man cave out of the weather. I've had some deliveries arrive ready for spring. I've got a new little feature that I want to show you tonight, and I hope you like it. It's a little bit of fun. Managed to sort my dechlorinator, and I've had a little bit of problems with some Jack matting we'll have a look at as well. So, let's get started. Welcome back to Koi Pond Lifestyle. Okay, so hi everybody, and welcome back. I hope everybody's still nice and fit and well out there and healthy. I know there's just so much stuff going on at the moment out there. I don't know about you guys out there, but these ponds are kind of keeping my mind occupied on other things while still obviously remembering what's happening in the background there, but they're kind of helping with the issues we're all having to deal with at the moment. So hope you're all nice and fit and well. So I've had some deliveries come in. Stuff that I've been ordering ready for spring. Item number 1. Put my new KK1000 in the filter, the little teeny media stuff that is currently bubbling away nicely in my filter. Now, a lot of people say that it's a bit of a waste of money. Maybe. However, I haven't seen any evidence to say it is a waste of money, and I haven't seen any evidence that says it isn't a waste of money. I've thought about doing some tests and working out if I can sort of say, yes, it's worth it or not. But again, I'm not really sure how to do that. So I'm looking into that at the moment to see if there's any way to suss whether this stuff, which isn't cheap, to see if it's worth anything or not. So this will go in as soon as the water warms up. I'll probably video going in because there's a certain way I'm going to do it that I've been watching others, how they've done it, and thought, yeah, okay, we'll do it that way around, and I've had an idea myself as well. So I'm going to apply it a little bit maybe different or not, I don't know. Like I say, I've not really used a lot of this stuff before, so because I've got the new KK1000 in, I felt the need to give it a bit of a boost. And I know I've had it running all winter to boost it along, so hopefully this will kick it on and away we go from there. The Jack matting that I've got in at the moment is matured, which is good. So I'm halfway there. It's no problem at all. So I just got to get this stuff in. So I've got some of this Pure Plus filter stuff. What I've also got that I had in the garage anyway. So okay, I've already spent the money on this. The money's already, I suppose, is spent. Is the Absolute Pearls. Got these from my supplier at Penkoi in Stoke-on-Trent, who opens in April. The Cloverleaf stuff. Now these 2 pom bombs, I've got 2 left in here now. I think I did get 3. Yeah, I've got 2 left. You can put them in one at a time. So I shall put in the Pure Plus, and apparently you're supposed to turn your UV off first and let it do a 12-hour thing of whatever it does, and then flick your UVs back on again. And then I'm going to, if needed, stick one of these in. Now don't forget I found some of this in my filter system. What been weeks or months after that, as I was rummaging around, cleaning things out, doing a bit of a deep clean on eBay, and found some of this. So I'm going to keep an eye on that as well. So 2 things I've got there that are ready for spring. Now what I've also got has been delivered is some filter floss, your faithful filter floss. Now this, I've got a little idea with as well to sit with the Jack matting. Because of my filter system going up out of the KK1000 through my media containment system into the Jack matting, I want to try to polish some of the rubbish off that and see what it collects. So some of this is going to be laying on the top of the Jack matting so the water comes out of the KK1000. Instead of going straight through the Jack matting, it's going to stop at this, hopefully, and pick up a lot of fines and some maybe other rubbish as well. And so I can see what's coming up through the KK1000 and into the Jack matting. So it'll serve 2 purposes. 1, it'll catch whatever's coming through. 2, I can see what's coming through. And it gives me an idea of how the KK1000 is in the place it's in at the moment. So that's in as well. Now something else that I'm dead exciting as well. I'm a bit of a techno freak. I love bits and pieces of stuff. If I buy a car, I love with the little buttons and the little things that do things automatic. So if you remember right, a couple of videos ago, or maybe 2 or 3 videos ago, I said I bought some spotlights to go at either end of the pond. I'm going to get rid of the main spotlight, the one that does this, So as you can see there, it just lifts up too much. So I've got some more directional spots. So I've actually wired them in, well, not wired them, I've actually connected them to my Google system. So if I say, turn the pond lights on, my spotlights will come on. Yeah, just quite good that is. Quite chuffed with that. Turn the pond lights off. Today.
Got it. Turning 2 lights off. Sorry, it looks like 2 lights aren't available right now.
Thank you very much.
That's a lot.
What is? A conversation here with a speaker. Anyway. So yeah.
Sorry, I didn't understand, but I found something related. Do you want to know what is the speaker made of?
No. Just stop. You're interrupting what I'm doing. Will you please stop? So what I've bought is a couple of TP links. And these are just...
Sorry, I don't understand.
These... That's annoying. These can just be plugged in. Then you plug your plug into the front of there. And then you go through your Google system. And it turns things on and off. So these are great. I used them this Christmas actually for our Christmas lights on the tree, because you know it's like you plug your Christmas tree lights in on the back wall, and then you've got to clamber underneath to try to get to the lights to flip the switch, or get the kids to clamber underneath and drag them back out again. Don't do that anymore now. Just basically ask them to turn the Christmas tree lights on, Christmas tree lights off. So I should be using these through the summer for my lights. Got 2 of them. Cool. In one of my last videos as well, I said I was going to need to look at the dechlorinator. Didn't know where to put it, so I'll hand you over to me and show what happened to that. Right, so the dechlorinator, where the hell was that going to go? What I've done is basically just hung it here. Which is good. Now, there was also some comments that I was feeding the water back into or on top of the biological media. Yeah, it was never a good idea. It was only a temporary thing. In fact, I think I only ran it for a couple of hours maybe, just to top up after my last clean, and then turned it off again until I could find a better solution. So because of where I've put the dechlorinator now, just another bit of pipe, and then I can that will quite nicely drip feed into there now. Now, just one thing to point out while I'm here. This is an interesting one. If you remember right, I had this leftover pad sitting in here, sitting in this bay here, over the top of everything until I knew what to do with it. Right, interesting one. I've had to move it out of there now because I'm getting fragments of the jack matting breaking away from the jack matting, and being left in that bay. Now the thing with that bay is that this is the outlet, so any of those little bits, luckily I've caught all the little bits, I hope, but anything would have been zipping through there, bits of plastic straight into the pond, chomp 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 by the fish. So I've been picking these little bits of plastic out for a couple of days now, and I think I've got them all, and I've moved it into the other bay, so it's sitting on top of the other jack matting, and that's where it'll stay now. So there you have it. There's another bit that I missed. So yeah, so that's good, because I can drip feed in straight into here now, and the water will go literally into here and straight out into the pond. So all this will be nice and covered now, and there's less chance of it freezing because it's under this cover and all nice and isolated, insulated should I say. So yeah, all good. Okay, just while I'm here as well, I just wanted to point just something that I made a mistake on my last video. Again, if I make mistakes, then such is life, but a couple of people did point it out to me, so thank you very much. When I said I purged my vortex in the last video, I only showed it with a couple of inches down. When I usually purge it, it's empty, but because of the purpose of the video at that time, I didn't want to waste any more water, so I should have said ideally you need to empty this vortex completely before pulling up the lever and purging straight the way through to get a better draw on your pond. So I just thought I'd just put that in this video as well. Right, because the sun's out, I thought what I'll do is I'll paint. These panels used to be white, so I've painted them matte black. These were the polystyrene sheets. I had some grey ones in already, and they were white like that one. So what I've done, I've painted them black, matte black, so that whenever the sun's out, like today, hopefully these things will draw a bit of warmth and a bit of heat in. And then when I close the lids, they got a bit of heat in there. Again, it's just an idea. You know, don't knock it till you've tried it. Okay, it's new feature time. Get a little peckish around dinner time. Now, remember a while back, I introduced you to the Staffordshire oatcake. Fantastic. Back then, I showed you a plain oatcake, didn't fill it. So I want to introduce you to a new feature, just for a bit of fun, just while there's not a great deal happening around the pond. This new feature's called...
What's in the oatcake?
So let's go over to the Koi kitchen and find out. Right, so for these filled oatcakes today, I'm using the oatcakes from, my favourite place, Box Lane. Let's get cooking. First, we're going to start off with shallow frying some mushrooms. Get them on first. While we're doing that, get some cheese sliced up. Now, I like my cheese quite thick, to be honest, but it's up to you. Yeah, it depends how thick you want your cheese on your oatcake. Thick as you like it, sort of thing. So while that's doing, let's get some bacon on. Let's get some bacon grilling. I like mine well done, to be honest. It's just how I like it. So anyway, I'll keep that in for a while to keep that mind about doing. Now, while your mushrooms are doing, drop in a couple of slices of black pudding. Now, I'll leave that with you because some people don't like black pudding, but I think it's ace. So drop a couple of slices of that in. Get back to the grill. As soon as your bacon's on, stick a couple of oatcakes on and grill them on one side for about 30 seconds. This just warms them up really. Now spin them over, get that cheese put on. Oh, look at that, magnificent, get that cheese on. Anyway, get them back under the grill. Now as soon as your cheese is done and it's all bubbly hot, ready to roll, get them on a plate and then let's go. Okay, cheesy oatcakes, all ready to go, just come out of the grill. Lovely slices of bacon. I like my bacon crispy, nice and crispy, well done. Bacon, get them on. Get some mushrooms, nice and evenly spread. And now then, I would say halve your black puddings, depends how big your slices are. And evenly put them in as well. And you get off there and you get on there. Fantastic. So, just move that out of the way now. There we have them. So we have now the two oatcakes with the cheese, with the mushrooms, with the bacon, and with a lovely black pudding. So we're now ready to go. We've lightly grilled. Basically grab it all, using your fingers, because that's how you're supposed to do it, and roll them up as best you can. Look at that, nice fat filled. Again, pushing away from you. And there we go. Two oatcakes filled, bacon, cheese, mushrooms, black pudding. Knife. I'll use this one. Okay, left to do is eat. Oh my God, look. Oh, crispy bacon, lovely crispy bacon. Just get a hint of the black pudding in there. The cheese, lovely, just melted. You can ping the microwave cheese, however you do it in Stoke. It's different, Stokers do it different ways. Wow. So, that's it from the Koi Kitchen for today. See you on the next episode of What's in the Oatcake? I enjoyed that. It's just something a bit silly that I thought I'd do, just to keep us amused while the weather's really rubbish and there's not a lot happening around the pond. My intention is to do that every now and again if I'm filming around dinner time. I get a bit peckish and I've got some oatcakes in, so comment below if you think it was really rubbish and you don't want to see it again. But if you do want to see it again, and you want to suggest some fill-ins, I'm all ears. Right, some other bits and pieces that I'm just working on still is the aquarium frame. Still got to finish painting that off. I haven't really had a lot of chance. Done a lot of other things happening around me, so I've got plenty of time. I've got till I've got till spring basically, till the water warms up before that goes back in, because it's still freezing out there. The last thing I want to do is put an upside down aquarium full of water and watch that crack. So got plenty of time to do that. So I've still got to finish the basey bits so that it blends a little bit better in the pond. And something I want to show you as well. Went to see my supplier the other day, bless him, and he's doing some decorating in the Penkoi shop, ready for his grand opening in April. And he's given me some magazine books on koi. Look at them. These are basically some magazine-y book things that he won in a raffle years ago. They're all quite old, the old publications. I mean, this is spring 91. I got some of the 80s, some stuff in the 80s, summer 91. But he won these through a raffle at some point in the past. And he's basically read them a million times over and asked me if I'd like to have a quick read of them. So I was just basically going through a lot of these publications and finding some really good stuff in them. They talk about a lot about the breeders, how the breeders come about, ponds in different countries, koi food. Again, all these have kind of moved on because this is way back in the 90s and obviously things move forward. Talks about little ins and outs and bits and bobs about design, oriental garden design, different ways to design your gardens and your ponds, construction of free flow media. Peter Waddington did a lot of writing for these magazines. And the other one I've got, he's given us a few of these. Another one I got is this. Loads of copies of this, which is from 1996. Nishikoi. And these are fantastic because these have got loads of information in. And this is just like a general magazine that used to come out. I don't know if it still does or not. And again, Peter Waddington did a lot of writing in these as well, bless him. The late Peter Waddington, as I say, bless him, that did a lot of writing for these. And it talks about lots of fish health, loads and loads of information on fish health, salting ponds. Salting ponds. I don't know about salting ponds. Filtration. So I've got loads of these books now to go through. The science behind koi keeping. Ooh, science. Don't knock it till you've tried it. Sequencing pumps. Anyway, so yeah, I've got loads and loads of reading up here. So thank you ever so much. I shall having a look at those. I've got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 full folders. Right then, so I've got some reading to get done. So that's the end of the video. Thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button down the bottom. It all helps. If you've liked the video, click the like. Tell your friends and share. Thanks very much for watching. This was Koi Pond Lifestyle. We'll go away.